Welcome to our channel. Today, we're taking you on a journey through some of the most incredible travel destinations in the United States. From bustling cities that never sleep to breathtaking natural wonders, the USA has something for everyone. Whether you're a city slicker or an outdoorsy type, we've got you covered. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride as we explore the top 10 must-visit travel destinations in the good old US of A. Let's dive in. First up, we're heading to the city that never sleeps, New York City. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, New York? That's so cliche. And you know what? You're right, it is. But there's a reason everyone talks about the Big Apple. It's because it's freaking awesome. I mean, come on, where else can you hail a cab at 3 a.m., grab a slice of pizza the size of your head, and then catch a Broadway show starring like Hugh Jackman dressed as a cat? Only in New York, folks. Speaking of Broadway, a trip to the Big Apple wouldn't be complete without seeing a show. And trust me, there's something for everyone, from classics like Phantom of the Opera to newer hits like Hamilton. Just be prepared to shell out a few bucks. Those tickets ain't cheap. But hey, it's not all about bright lights and expensive theater. New York City also has some pretty incredible museums, like the Metropolitan Museum of Art and the American Museum of Natural History. And if you're looking for some fresh air, you can always take a stroll through Central Park or hop on a ferry to see the Statue of Liberty. Just try not to get run over by a horse-drawn carriage or a guy on a city bike while you're at it. It's a city that truly has something for everyone. Just remember to pack your walking shoes and your sense of adventure. Next, we're heading west to the land of sunshine, beaches, and of course, Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Louisiana can be a little much. The traffic is worse than a Kardashian family reunion, and the people are obsessed with green juice and Pilates. But hey, there's a reason why everyone wants to be here. It's beautiful. I mean, have you seen the beaches? Santa Monica, Malibu, Venice Beach? They're like something out of a movie. And speaking of movies, you can't come to LA without experiencing the glitz and glam of Hollywood. Take a walk down the Walk of Fame, visit the TCL Chinese Theater, and maybe even spot a celebrity or two. But LA isn't all about superficiality and celebrity sightings. There's also a thriving arts and culture scene, with world-class museums like the Getty Center and the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. From the City of Angels, we're heading north to the city by the Bay, San Francisco. Now, San Francisco is a bit different from its Southern California counterpart. It's more laid back, more European in feel, and the fog rolls in like it owns the place. But trust me, that fog just adds to the city's charm. Of course, no trip to San Francisco would be complete without seeing the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, it's only the most iconic bridge in the world. You can drive across it, bike across it, or even walk across it, if you're feeling ambitious. And while you're at it, take a ferry to Alcatraz Island, the former prison that once housed some of America's most notorious criminals. Explore the winding streets of Chinatown, ride a cable car up and down the city's famously steep hills, and sample the diverse culinary scene. Just be prepared for the steep hills. Your calves will get a workout. And don't forget to pack a jacket. Even in the summer, San Francisco can be surprisingly chilly. Hold on to your Mickey Mouse ears, folks, because we're heading to the happiest place on earth, Orlando, Florida. Now let's be honest, Orlando is basically one giant theme park. But hey, there's a reason why millions of people flock here every year. It's fun for the whole family. Of course, the main attraction is Walt Disney World, with its 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, and enough Disney magic to make even the most cynical adult feel like a kid again. But don't forget about Universal Orlando, home to the wizarding world of Harry Potter and Islands of Adventure. And if you're looking for something a little more educational, check out Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Just be prepared for crowds, long lines, and overpriced souvenirs. And don't forget to pack your patience. You're gonna need it, especially if you're traveling with small children. Next, we're heading to the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, baby. Now, I'm not a gambling person myself, but there's something undeniably exhilarating about the energy of Sin City. Of course, the main attraction in Vegas is the casinos. From the Bellagio with its famous fountains to the Venetian with its indoor canals, these mega resorts are an experience in themselves. And if you're feeling lucky, you can try your hand at blackjack, poker, or roulette. But Vegas isn't all about gambling. You can also catch a world-class show, from Cirque du Soleil to residencies by some of the biggest names in music. And if you're looking for something a little more low-key, There are plenty of restaurants, bars, and nightclubs to keep you entertained. Just be prepared for sensory overload. Vegas is a city that never sleeps and never stops flashing. From the glitz and glam of Las Vegas, we're heading to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Now, I know what you're thinking. Washington, D.C.? That sounds about as exciting as a C-SPAN marathon. But trust me, D.C. is more than just politics and monuments. Of course, no trip to D.C. would be complete without visiting the National Mall, home to iconic landmarks like the White House, the Washington Monument, and the Lincoln Memorial. And if you're a history buff, you'll want to check out the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History, the National Air and Space Museum, and the National Museum of American History. But D.C. is also a city with a thriving arts and culture scene, with world-class museums like the National Gallery of Art and the Hirshhorn Museum and Sculpture Garden. And if you're looking for something a little more offbeat, check out the International Spy Museum or the National Museum of Crime and Punishment. Just be prepared for crowds, especially during peak tourist season. And don't forget to wear comfortable shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking. Oh, and one more thing. If you see a group of people in suits talking on their phones and looking important, it's probably just an intern coffee run. From the bustling streets of DC, we're heading out into the great wide open, to a land of geysers, hot springs, and bison traffic jams, Yellowstone National Park. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Fresh air, stunning scenery, and the chance to see wildlife that isn't just a pigeon fighting a rat for a pizza crust. Yellowstone is America's first national park, and for good reason. It's home to more geysers than any other place on Earth, including Old Faithful, which erupts every 90 minutes or so like clockwork. But Yellowstone is more than just geysers. It's also home to stunning canyons, roaring waterfalls, and pristine lakes. And of course, no trip to Yellowstone would be complete without spotting some wildlife. Just remember to keep your distance from the wildlife. They're wild animals after all, and they don't always play nice. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading north to the last frontier, Alaska. Now, Alaska is not for the faint of heart. It's a land of rugged mountains, glaciers the size of small countries, and long, dark winters. But for those who crave adventure and breathtaking beauty, it's a destination like no other. Alaska is a vast state, and there's no one way to experience it. You can go hiking in Denali National Park, kayaking among icebergs in Prince William Sound, or even dog sledding across a glacier. And if you're really feeling adventurous, you can try your hand at ice climbing or whitewater rafting. And of course, no trip to Alaska would be complete without seeing the northern lights. Just remember to pack for all types of weather. Alaska's weather can be unpredictable, to say the least. From the chilly north, we're heading south to the islands of Aloha, Hawaii. Now, Hawaii is about as different from Alaska as you can get. It's a land of tropical beaches, lush rainforests, and active volcanoes. And the best part? It's always warm and sunny. Hawaii is a popular destination for a reason. It's the perfect place to relax and recharge, whether you're lounging on the beach, snorkeling in crystal clear waters, or hiking through lush rainforests. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can try your hand at surfing, stand-up paddleboarding, or even volcano hiking. Each island in Hawaii has its own unique personality. Oahu is home to Honolulu, the state capital, and Pearl Harbor. Just remember to pack your sunscreen. The sun is strong in Hawaii. And don't forget to try some of the local cuisine. Last but not least, we're heading back to the mainland for a visit to one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Grand Canyon. Now, I've been to a lot of impressive places in my life, but the Grand Canyon is something else. It's one of those places that you have to see to believe. The Grand Canyon is, well, grand. It's a mile deep, 277 miles long, and up to 18 miles wide. And the views? They're simply breathtaking. You can hike down to the bottom of the canyon, take a mule ride, or simply admire the views from the rim. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even go whitewater rafting on the Colorado River. Just remember to bring plenty of water. It's hot and dry in the desert. And there you have it, folks. Those are just a few of the incredible travel destinations the USA has to offer. From the bright lights of New York City to the rugged beauty of Alaska, there's something for everyone in this great country of ours. So, what are you waiting for? Book that trip, pack your bags, and get ready to experience all that the USA has to offer. And hey, if you happen to see me on your travels, come say hi. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel tips and guides. Happy travels!